Hello and welcome to Only Connect, the quiz so intense and misunderstood the newspapers got in trouble for photographing it with bedraggled hair and implying it had done a murder. The quiz was innocent, of course. It just likes to pick up hitchhikers. And who should it see waving eagerly from the hard shoulder tonight but two teams of quizzers? So come on, hop in the back of the Allegro, move the magazines and make yourself comfortable. On my right, semi-finalists, Jake Laslett, a graduate in computer games design who plays the guitar, bass and drums. Emma Laslett, an Oxford undergraduate who loves nothing more than an Indian curry and a game of Monopoly. And their captain and their dad, Chris Laslett, a marketing controller with a passion for science fiction and the books of Cordwainer Smith. They are a fearsome family team. They are the Lasletts. So, Chris, you've led your family to victory against the pilots and the board gamers. What's your secret of success?
Breadth of knowledge, I think. We know lots of little bits about little things. We don't specialise.
You are meeting on my left semi-finalists Tim Spain, a research scientist who enjoys urban running, Italian cooking and the vocal stylings of William Shatner. Matt Robotham, a tax lawyer and Sudoku grandmaster who once accidentally hit the Archbishop of Canterbury. And their captain, Peter Stegel, a languages graduate and award-winning poet who enjoys the novels of Sarah Waters. United by an ability to make a souffle rise, they are the Bakers. Peter, you took a slightly longer route to this semi-final. You beat the press gang, but lost to the Enophiles, then beat the Globetrotters to get here. How important is it to you to win a place in the final?
Well, my nieces and nephews are going to be watching, and I think they'll be a little bit disappointed if I don't go through, so we'll give it our best shot.
Let's kick off the semi-final with round one. What's the connection between four apparently random clues? Lasletts, you won the toss. You've decided to go first. Which hieroglyph would you like?
Reverse.
Your choice. Twisted flax, please.
Twisted flax. What's the connection between these picture clues? Here's the first.
That's the stadium, Celtic, so that's Scotland. I have no idea which
Next,
one it is.
please.
Oh. Same picture of
Is it Dante? Next, please.
Is that Downton Abbey or no?
I don't recognise that at all.
No.
Next, please.
And that is a bird of paradise. That's
Is it Paradise?
The connection is paradise. Very well done. I saw you recognise the bird of paradise at the end. What are the other clues?
The second one, is it... well, I'm assuming is it...
Is Paradise Lost, maybe? Or something?
It's not. It's Paradise by Tintoretto.
Right. Is that called the
No.
Paradise Stadium by any chance?
Well, it's not officially. It is Celtic Park Stadium in Glasgow. It's known as Paradise by fans.
Ah, right.
They think it's paradise. That's unusually celebratory for football fans, isn't it? Normally they say hell is their home ground.
Oh, and the third one's, was it just called The Paradise?
The Paradise,
series?
the BBC series, that's absolutely right. Not Downton Abbey, but the BBC's homegrown The Paradise. Well done, you get the point for that. Bakers, it's your turn.
Water, please.
OK, what's the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
1916. Final. Yeah, we need to see. Yeah, the final one.
Next, please.
Yeah. Berlin 1924.
I think we're going to need it.
Yeah.
Next, please.
That's the London Police still exist, don't they?
Next, please.
Three seconds.
They changed their name.
I'm just having a look. No, they did not all change their name. So, Lasletts, do you want to have a go for a bonus?
No, I'm afraid we're stumped on this one.
No. OK. The dates might be extra clues. You might notice they are all Olympic years. These are people who won Olympic gold medals. King Constantine won a medal, do you know what for? It was yachting. Dr. Benjamin Spock, the paediatrician?
No.
He was part of the American crew that won in rowing eights in 1924.
What's the City of London Police cricket?
Close, tug of war.
Yeah. Oh, right.
It might have begun as cricket and descended into that. But yeah, tug of war, the police won. And Buster Crabbe. Do you know anything about Buster Crabbe?
Yeah, it was Not Tarzan, he was Flash Gordon, wasn't he?
Yes, that sort of thing. Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers he played. And he also, in 1932, won Olympic gold medal for...
Swimming?
That's it, 400-metre freestyle swimming.
Yeah.
So, yes, no points there, Olympic gold medalists. Lasletts, your turn.
Right, line, please.
Line. Another 4 skittering clues. What holds them together? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Yeah, hyphens.
They should all be written with hyphens in them.
You're quick in there, Emma. They are all missing hyphens. You're absolutely right. I'm going to show you the other 2 clues. They're self-evident. Tanny Gray Thompson, Stoke-on-Trent should have hyphens in their name, as should Spider-Man. What about Moby Dick?
I thought the book was originally written with a hyphen in there, but then it tends to get reprinted without it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes, the original title was Moby Dick with a hyphen, and now sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't in the text. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But they are all missing a hyphen that they could have. Very well done, coming in after 2 clues. You get 3 points. OK, Bakers, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What's the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Oh, no, they were relocated when they fell with Lake NASA.
So should we just go around that?
Yeah, I think that's probably well. Do you want to see next?
No.
Cover it then.
Yeah.
They were relocated.
Game on, Lasletts. Coming in after 1 clue, you're going to get 5 points. They were relocated piece by piece. Here come the other clues. Sinclair's Oyster Bar in Manchester. That was moved as part of a redevelopment project. Cook's Cottage, Melbourne. That's the family cottage of whom, do you suppose?
Captain Cook.
Captain Cook, James Cook.
Seen it. It's very
Oh, you've
pretty.
seen it?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
It's a really pretty English country cottage in the middle of Melbourne with parakeets flying around it.
That sounds lovely. You definitely didn't dream it.
Definitely not.
Sounds delightful. London Bridge, Lake Havasu City. People know that story. It was taken down in 1968, rebuilt there. But all you needed to see was the Abu Simbel temples of Egypt, which in 1964 were moved at a cost of $80 million to avoid flooding. All relocated. Very well done. Back to you then, Lasletts, to choose a question.
Eye of Horus, please.
They're desperate for the Eye of Horus. You've got to give it to them. OK.
Not music.
It's not music. We'd have heard the tune. Non-musical clues. What connects them? Here's the first.
Is that a specific year or something?
Next, please.
Did
They happen in a certain place. Next, please.
That's 14. Wouldn't be the same. Would it have happened in the same place? But they all happened in 92. And the years ended in 92.
Next, please. Bastille. What do we know about this?
No, I think that happened in 1814 or something, wasn't it? No? No, go for it.
Did they all happen in years ending 92?
They did not all happen in years ending 92, so Bakers, you got the chance of a bonus point.
Did they all happen on the 14th of July?
No, this is about national days. Bastille Day, you're thinking of, 14th of July. Leopold I takes oath as king. The anniversary of that is celebrated as Independence Day in... King Leopold, of course, from...
Yeah, Albania.
Belgium, exactly. Signing of the Treaty of Waitangi, that's Waitangi Day in New Zealand. Arrival of the Columbus in the Americas is Hispanic Day in Spain. Bastille Day, of course, in France. National days celebrate the anniversaries of these events. Back to you then, Bakers, for the last question. I think you know what's coming. Ah, the music question. OK, what's the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town?
Yeah.
And all that
Next one, please.
jazz, I'm good, I was born to try. I've learned to love
So much as it's
the
all isn't it?
understanding.
Next, please.
I see her face everywhere I go, on the street, and even at the picture show. I see her.
Oh.
Next, please.
Classical
Fascination. Band's called Amphibolic.
3 seconds.
They all won the Oscar for Best Original Song.
None of them won the Oscar for Best Original Song, so Lasletts, you have the chance of a bonus point.
We think the artists' names have phonetic alphabet letters in.
Oh, you're so close.
Is
And
it
if it was
Greek
your own
alphabet?
question, I might ask you to have another go, but for a bonus, no. Their names contain Greek letters. Greek.
So one of the
Torn
two.
between those.
Yes, what did you recognise there?
We heard Alphabet, Fascination, the last one, and
Yep.
Delta Goodrum's Born to Try, which I'm embarrassed I recognise.
That's right.
I got it. And all that jazz from Chicago, but I can't remember who it's by.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, yes, a local girl.
That would have clinched it.
That would have done it, yeah.
Local. And speaking of Chicago, what was the third one?
Don't know.
Have you seen her by We Can't Remember Who?
Well, the band was known as the Shy Lights. It was a little tribute to Chicago, where they were from. But, of course, it's written as Chi. That's the Greek letter as well. So close, but no bonus point. At the end of round one, the Lasletts have got 4 points. The Bakers just ahead with 5. Sequences time. What comes fourth in the sequence? That's what I want to know. Teams may see up to 3 clues before giving me the answer. Lasletts, it'll be your turn to go first again.
Can we have water, please?
Yes, you certainly can. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
That's the National Olympic Committee.
Yes. What is it? So...
That's how many countries?
Next, please.
No, these are... Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
McGuffins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so there's Ghost Protocol. What's the thing? Ghost Protocol. Is it Burj Khalifa, but... Yeah.
Next, please.
Yeah. Damn. Oh, what is that?
Is it Ghost Protocol?
That is not the answer. Bakers, you have the chance of a bonus point.
Coalition?
Ooh, that's not it either. It would be fascinating if it were. Why do you think coalition?
Well, we were wondering whether it might mean different ways that a local council could be controlled. So no overall control, chimera, a mix of different parties.
And,
And then a rabbit's foot would be
Well, that's
three
self-explanatory.
parties coming together, possibly?
yeah, I love your thinking. No, now, do you know what the connection is? What is it?
Plot objects of the Mission Impossible films.
They are targets in the Mission Impossible films. The knock list, the list of undercover agents. Chimera, sort of super virus. Rabbit's foot was a mysterious biohazardous item. Plenty of those in my dressing room. And in the fourth film, Cobalt, which was the nickname for a nuclear extremist called Kurt Hendricks. I mean, had the target of the fourth Mission Impossible film been the Coalition, I'd have gone to see it. But no, Cobalt is the answer I was looking for. That's not it. But Bakers, you may choose your own question.
Lion, please.
Lion. What's the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please. It's the numbers.
Yeah, what we're going to see last one. Oh, so we're thinking that...
Something worrying.
Another speech, right?
Yeah. Feeling of utter regret.
I love that answer. I'd give you double points if I could, but I can only give you 3 for coming in after 2 clues. Very well done. We put for one underlying reason. You spotted the devious connection. What is it?
It's a mnemonic acrostic. The first letters of each word in the sentence make up numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's it. There are acrostics for 1, 2, 3 and 4. You see it or you don't, and you have to come up with a little sentence that spells 4 in its first letters. You did that. Utter regret. Lovely answer. Lasletts, it's back to you.
OK, what should we have? Horned Viper, please.
The Horned Viper. What's the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please. Next, please. Oh, these are... It's a company, it's a furniture company, I think. So it's going to be the name of a company, such as... Well, they're sponsors of something.
Team shirts. 8 seconds, quickly.
B&Q.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Bakers, do you know?
Primark.
And that's not it either. What are you thinking?
They sponsors or something.
They are sponsors of something.
Yes.
When the National Dairy Council were the sponsors of the thing I'm thinking of, it was known as the Milk Cup. Littlewoods took it over, it became the Littlewoods Cup, then Rumbelows, it was the Rumbelows Cup, and next, Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola Cup was the next incarnation of
Stuff I should have been learning.
what I and all other QPR fans still think of as the Milk Cup. But it has been through many sponsors' hands since then. No points then for the Coca-Cola Cup. Bakers, your turn.
Twisted facts, please.
Twisted flax. What is the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
It's not going to be like third, it's going to be attaché. It's going to be attaché then. One more. Let's go.
Next, please.
I think so. I think it's ambassador. Ambassador.
Yeah. Ambassador.
I'll take it, ambassador, or indeed ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary. These are diplomatic ranks according to the Congress of Vienna, building up to ambassador. OK, Lasletts.
OK.
You've got one final choice this round. What will it be?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. OK, these are going to be picture clues. What do you expect to see in the fourth picture? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Things that were named after people. Is it in a salad?
Next, please.
Yes. What's the other ingredient? Is it it's something like that. I'm just thinking, was it?
Lettuce.
I'm afraid that's not it. Bakers, do you know?
Meat.
You know, that's not it. I mean, I'd be amazed if anyone at home would get this either. You'd have to be such a fan of the relevant thing. You're right to think about a Waldorf salad, but of course it has to be a sequence. If I tell you that what I wanted to hear was grapes, does that help?
Not a huge amount.
No, not really.
Is it Faulty Towers?
It is the Waldorf salad in Faulty Towers.
Oh, God.
Yes, the customer ordering the Waldorf salad asks for celery, apples, walnuts and grapes, which you don't often find in a Waldorf salad. I think Delia Smith puts it in one. But yes, that rang a bell when you saw the grapes.
Yep.
The wrong ingredient. But yes, looking at that salad, you were supposed to think of the classic sitcom and tell me grapes. No sour grapes, though, as we come back to the bakers. For the final question, Eye of Horus. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
They're both islands, but French islands.
Next, please.
I guess Martinique's not big in Corsica. Departments of France.
Overseas departments, yeah. What's next? What's from the Seychelles? French Guiana.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Lasletts, it's your chance to go for a bonus point.
Not just France, is it?
It's not France. What were you thinking of as a sequence?
Were you thinking of larger or smaller overseas territories or departments of France? Either way, in either category, we don't know.
I see, and you think they were in order of size?
Possibly.
Yes, it's not geographical size. It doesn't work as a sequence. They are French islands ordered by population, and the largest would be Réunion. Reunion Island was the fourth in that sequence. At the end of round 2, then, the Lasletts have got 4 points. The bakers are ahead with 11. Time for the semi-final connecting walls. They're not very friendly, but perhaps they will be once they've been sorted out. Bakers, it is your turn to sort first. You've got a choice, lion or water.
Water, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve this wall, starting now.
OK. Well, those are names of terms. OK,
Yes.
so no total.
I'll do those.
Well, there's lozenge, chevrons, and
Yes, there's things that they're
vests.
military.
They're and Dexter. They're all heraldic terms.
Heraldic. That's it.
Number 3 strikes and you're out.
OK, so
Axis. Buffer list. Axis Britain. That's unexpected, certainly.
Buffer zone.
Bedhead, bird brain, chemical buffer, hit the buffers, hot list, too hot to handle, hotbed,
Hot list.
hot cards.
Hot cards. Bird. Blackbird.
Oh no, it's homophones of composers. Handle.
Hang on.
Britain. Yeah, I'm not going to do
List.
this.
List.
Axis, bird. Oh, it's bird. Yeah, it's bird. So that
Okay.
leaves us buffer, axis, cars, and bed.
Right.
We're about halfway through the time.
Cars,
Axis of evil. Cars of evil. What's the match?
No. Go to bed, driving in cars, taxis, no.
Narration.
Bluffer, bled, claws. Bluffer.
Bed. Axis.
What do they have? They all have the same thing.
Anything
Pillows? They all have pillows?
Axis. They all have pillows.
They all have suspension? Well,
Axis doesn't. Axis doesn't work. Yeah. I mean,
Axis is a wheel.
can't. Axis doesn't work for railway stuff because the other three are, but that's not. Axis is the key.
Yeah.
But I think if we had to guess,
What would you say?
30 seconds.
associated with railways, but it's not going to be. Yeah, well.
Okay.
30
Railways.
seconds.
Okay. Railways.
We've got 30
Heraldic things with
Yeah.
homophones of composers.
Yeah. Let's just hope it's bad.
That's it. You've solved the wall. 4 points. What about the connections? Shell, Sinopec, Total, Petronas.
These are all companies which sell hydrocarbons like oil and gas.
That's it. They're oil companies. And the next one, the Green Group. How do you feel about that one?
They are all heraldic symbols, terms.
That's it. The terms in heraldry. And the Red Group.
These are all homophones of composers, so Benjamin Britten and the others. Liszt, Handel, Bird.
It's William Byrd, George Friedrich Handel, Franz Liszt, and Benjamin Britten. And the last group, Buffer, Bed, Axis, Cars.
Rail.
Not the answer. I suppose Buffer, yes, I see you're thinking there, and Cars, not the others. I think I preferred they've all got pillows in them. That's right. Hop in the back of the Allegro. Nope. These can all be prefaced by Z. Z buffer, term in computing, Z bed, you put up, of course, a Z axis on a graph, and Z cars, the old TV show. Z. But you get 4 points for the groups you found, 3 more for the connections. That's an impressive 7 on these difficult walls. Time to bring back the Laslett family and give them a connecting wall, an equally fiendish semi-final connecting wall that needs solving in the same way. It's going to be the lion wall for you, Lasletts, because water's been taken. You've got 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Okay.
Glinda, Dorothy, Scarecrow, and Toto.
Yeah, that's a good start. In utero, in extremis, in excelsis.
In camera.
In camera. Hey, fantastic.
Remember, only 3 goes now.
So,
Munchkin, what else can Munchkin be?
It's a game.
Your Highness, your amulet, and
Your Excellencies and your Grace.
Don't.
So, monetary
try.
beatitude, Munchkin, ingress.
Something about the words. Monet.
Probably.
Yeah, Anger. Monk.
Monk.
And.
yeah.
Another.
Anger, is it? It's what's
Anger.
Angers,
Yeah, Anger is
yeah.
violins, famous saying.
Yeah.
So it's Angers,
Monet.
Munchkin,
Monk.
and beatitude.
Yeah. No.
2 goes
Oh,
now.
no, we have an Tracy Hammond.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
So not
Angus.
beatitude. That's your
Monetary
Monet.
Munchkin.
Munchkin.
That's it. You've solved the wall like it was nothing. 4 points immediately then, and bonus points available. Glinda, Dorothy, Scarecrow, Toto.
Characters from The Wizard of Oz.
Horse characters from The Wizard of Oz. Extremis, excelsis, utero, camera.
You can be in them in
Yeah,
extremis.
Latin terms starting with in.
That's right, Latin terms starting with in. And the next one, ingress, monetary, eminence, munchkin.
They all start with a famous artist: Anger, Monet, Emin, and Munch.
That's right. You were supposed to take longer to find that. Absolutely right. Artists at the beginning of each of those words. And the last group, excellency, beatitude, grace, and holiness.
Are we preceded by your?
Yeah, they're all forms of address.
For the clergy?
Yeah, people like the Pope and.
Yeah, I mean, Catholic priests, exactly. Catholic clergy, forms of address. Absolutely right. So 4 points for the groups you found, 4 points for the connections. Of course, you get the bonus 2 for getting it all right. That is the maximum of 10. Very well done.
Thank you.
Let's have a look at the scores at the end of that round. The Lasletts have 14 points, the Bakers have 18. And And you can play Connecting Walls on our website, where you can also write your own. But now it's time to find out who's going home and who's going to the final in the Missing Vowels round. It will be decided here. Fingers on buzzers, teams. The first 4 clues are all shades of grey. Bakers.
Battleship.
Correct. Lasletts.
Charcoal.
Correct. Lasletts.
Tattletale?
That's right. Lasletts.
Salt.
I'm afraid that's not it. Not a shade of grey. Bakers.
Silt.
Oh, we were looking for slate, but silt is a shade of grey. I'm going to have to take that. You get the point. Next category, solar activity or its results. Lasletts.
Solar flare.
Correct. Bakers.
Coronal mass ejection.
Yes, it is. Lasletts.
Aurora Australis.
Correct. Lasletts.
Magnetic storm.
Yes, it is. Next category, ironic idioms. Bakers.
Shanks's pony.
Yes. Lasletts.
Adam's ale.
Yes, it is. Lasletts.
Alexander's bird.
I'm afraid that's not an expression. Bakers.
Alexander's board.
No, it's Alexander's beard. Next clue. You know this one. It's busman's holiday. Next category, terms used in a newspaper office. Bakers.
Pull quote.
Correct. No, it's a derogatory term. Dead tree edition, that's what that was. But the bell's gone off. It's the end of the quiz. And it's close, but finishing with 18 points, it's the Lasletts, and the winners with 23 points, it's the Bakers. So, Lasletts, it's the end of your journey here, but it's been brilliant. You've done some absolutely fantastic quizzing. It was a pleasure to meet you. And may I throw in, it's lovely to see a family working together and making a team, an inspiration to families everywhere. You didn't bicker at all. I was very impressed by that. Lovely, well done. Bakers, though, you are through to the final and could still become champions of Only Connect. We'll be meeting you again. Very well done. But really, any of you could have made the final. You're all brilliant. Join us next time for another episode of the quiz so full of bright sparks we're a fire hazard. Truth is, we were shut down by Health and Safety years ago. But this is BBC 4. They have no idea we're still here. Goodbye.